Mama June's daughter is serious about life after suffering trauma. The journey of recovery is never easy, especially when the pain runs deep and the trauma is personal. For Mama June's daughter, life has been filled with obstacles that few people could ever imagine. Yet, despite the difficulties, she is proving to the world that healing is possible and that strength can rise from even the darkest experiences. Her story is one of determination, resilience, and a newfound seriousness about building a better future after enduring unimaginable hardship. A childhood in the public eye. Growing up in front of television cameras is far from ordinary. Mama June's family was thrust into the spotlight through reality television, and her daughters became household names almost overnight. The world watched them on screens, often forgetting that behind the laughs and unusual family dynamics, there were real people with real emotions. Fame brought attention, but it also magnified personal struggles and made private pain feel inescapably public. From a young age, Mama June's daughter was expected to live a life that others dictated, a life where scrutiny was constant and mistakes were magnified. Childhood milestones were shared with millions, but so too were the challenges. The burden of reality television fame can be heavy, and for a young girl, it often meant a lack of privacy and a loss of innocence. The trauma that changed everything. While the family show was marketed as quirky and humorous, real life behind the cameras was far more complicated. Mama June's daughter endured trauma that would change her perspective on life forever. The pain she experienced was not the kind that fades easily. It left lasting scars, both emotional and mental. For a long time, she carried that weight silently. Trauma has a way of stealing not only peace of mind, but also confidence and trust in others. Her story became a reminder that no matter how much someone smiles on screen, the pain underneath can be overwhelming. She struggled to process what happened, and like many survivors, she faced a difficult road to reclaim her identity and her future. Deciding to take life seriously. Despite the struggles, something inside her shifted. Instead of allowing the trauma to define her, she chose to take her healing seriously. This meant looking at her life with new eyes, recognizing that every decision from this point forward mattered. For Mama June's daughter, the commitment to her future wasn't just about surviving. It was about thriving. She began speaking about her experiences, opening up in ways that once felt impossible. Sharing her story not only helped her process her own pain, but also gave strength to others who had suffered in silence. By being honest about her trauma, she became a voice for survivors who often feel invisible. Her decision to take life seriously also meant focusing on personal goals. Education, career plans, health, and relationships suddenly became areas of deep focus. She wanted more than a story of struggle. She wanted a story of triumph. Healing is not linear. Recovery from trauma is rarely straightforward. There are good days and bad days, moments of clarity and moments of setback. Mama June's daughter has been open about the fact that healing takes time. She admits that there are times when memories return and the weight feels unbearable. But with each passing day, she learns new ways to cope, to rebuild, and to find hope. Therapy, self-care, and strong support systems have been instrumental in her journey. She surrounds herself with people who uplift her rather than bring her down. She has also learned to set boundaries, something that once felt impossible but has now become essential. Most importantly, she has realized that her trauma does not define her. She is not her pain, nor is she her past. She is a survivor, and her future is still unwritten. Building a future beyond reality TV. For years, the family's fame came from the entertainment industry, but Mama June's daughter has bigger dreams than simply being known as part of a reality show. She wants to build a career based on her own passions and strengths. Education has been one of her main focuses. She has spoken about wanting to pursue areas that give her stability and independence. Unlike the unpredictable world of reality television, she wants to step into a path where she feels control over her own life. At the same time, she hasn't turned her back on the spotlight completely. Instead, she uses her platform to raise awareness about trauma, healing, and the importance of mental health. Fans who once only knew her as Mama June's daughter are now beginning to see her as her own person, a strong young woman determined to create a legacy separate from the show. The role of family. Family has always been complicated for the Shannon clan. Public drama, scandals, and feuds often dominated headlines, but behind it all, there are bonds that run deep. Mama June's daughter has found strength in her siblings and close relatives who understand the unique pressures of growing up in their world. At the same time, she has been unafraid to hold others accountable. Healing sometimes means stepping away from toxic relationships, even when those relationships are with family members. She has spoken openly about the importance of surrounding herself with positivity and distancing herself from people who bring unnecessary pain. This balance between love and boundaries has been key to her growth. It shows maturity, strength, and a seriousness about creating the kind of life she deserves. Advocating for mental health. One of the most inspiring parts of her journey is her commitment to mental health advocacy. By talking openly about trauma, depression, and the challenges of recovery, she has given countless fans the courage to seek help for themselves. Mental health has long been stigmatized, especially in the entertainment industry where appearances matter more than reality. But Mama June's daughter is changing that narrative. She doesn't shy away from talking about therapy or about the times when she felt overwhelmed. Her honesty has made her relatable to fans of all ages, especially young people who see themselves in her struggles. A role model for resilience. In many ways, she has become a role model. Not because she is perfect, but because she is real. Her resilience shines through her actions, her willingness to work hard, to focus on her future, and to never give up. She shows that trauma does not have to be the end of the story. Instead, it can be the beginning of a new chapter filled with strength, wisdom, and growth. By taking life seriously, she inspires others to do the same, proving that anyone can rise above their circumstances. Looking ahead. The future looks bright for Mama June's daughter. She is setting goals, building healthier relationships, and taking control of her own narrative. While the past will always be a part of her story, it no longer dictates her future. She dreams of building a stable career, possibly even working in areas where she can help others who have been through trauma. Her passion for mental health advocacy continues to grow, and it wouldn't be surprising if she dedicates part of her life to public speaking, awareness campaigns, or even nonprofit work. At the same time, she also embraces the simple joys of life. Spending time with loved ones, enjoying hobbies, and taking care of her health are all priorities. After years of chaos and pain, she is learning to find peace in ordinary moments.